Okay, welcome back to our Masters Open shoot-up finals. We've got Cory Carpenter versus Wayne Johnson. Come on down. Wayne came in the qualifications at 13th, and Cory came in at 6th. Okay. The top qualifier was Cory. Cory, do you choose right or left? Left? Okay. And do you choose to shoot first or second? First? Okay. Cory will lead off.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic, the 16th annual event here at the Spooky Nook Sports Complex in Manheim, Pennsylvania. This is Chuck Cooley, and this match is the Masters Open shoot-up ladder. Masters Open is the top 32 archers was narrowed down through a series of eliminations to the top 4, and this is what we're going to watch here is the top 4 archers shooting off for the final win. The high qualifier was Danny Minnick with a 646. Last year's winner of this division was Wayne Johnson in 2018. We're at the Archery Hall, sponsored by True Ball and Excel and Black Eagle Arrows. We want to thank Hoyt Archery for sponsoring this live stream, and also Dead Center Archery Products for providing our live scoring through archers.com. You're looking at Cory Carpenter there. Just shot back-to-back 11s. This is Wayne Johnson. Just a little wide right for a 9 there. Back to the third shot here for Cory. In his opening end, this shoot-up format is 4 ends of 3 arrows, 12 arrows total for score. 30 seconds per arrow, top score 132 would be a perfect round. Great look at his arrow there, the Lancaster Archery wrap. Caught the edge of the 11, it looks like. 11, 10, 11, or 11, 9, 11 there. Finished strong. Looks like about a 1-point match between these two guys unofficially. We wait for the officials to get down there and take a look at it. You can see that little wobble in this replay. Just that little swirl in the end of the stabilizer when it broke, and he knew it. You could see it in his face. Cool look at his veins there. Bideltas, I think they call those. Great look at the Lancaster arrow wrap, though. Those are kind of neat. So these guys are through their first end of scoring, 4 ends total. A 1-point lead going to Cory Carpenter.
Your first time to the stage here? How's it feeling to be up there? You're shooting well. It's a little different.
And what you see there on the floor is Rob Kaufhold interviewing the archers as they're on that elevated platform. This darkened shooting hall that we have, very dramatic, lots of pressure. Of course, you got Rob talking to you and asking you questions, kind of helping you along, either settle your nerves or elevate your nerves just a little. Great look at our venue there. It's a little bit of a change from last year. We moved to a different part of the building where we can control the lighting and the sound quite a bit better. And these guys are just getting underway now for their second end. Great overhead shot there. You can take a look at their alignment. See how the archer is set up for the target. That's Cory with his first arrow. That's an 11 just at the 7 o'clock edge there.
All right, Chuck, I'm back to see Wayne Johnson against Cory Carpenter. Masters Open. This would be my division here, so let's see how badly these guys would have beaten me.
9.
There's a 9. So Masters Open is 50 plus, 50 to 60. Obviously, 60 would be senior.
11.
Another 11 from Wayne.
Man, he's looking good there. He had that one little wide right shot there in the first end, but other than that.
Cory with a long hold there, but he got it in. Wayne's really taking his time on this last one. He's using all of that clock. He's got 30 seconds.
The liner, I believe.
I think that's a little tall. Rob's saying liner, but I think that's just out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tend to agree with you there. That looks
10.
that angle there.
Let's talk to
Kind of
Cory about his gear. Looks like we've got one of the new Hoyt Prevails. Got a new True Ball Excel sight, a CR scope. We've got an AE Pro Blade rest, an AE bars. And what release are you running, Cory?
Fulcrum Flex.
True Ball Fulcrum Flex. And it looks like you're running Easton 27 arrows. Okay, very good. Very good. You guys are looking really good, really smooth up here. Got a tie match, 63-63. Scores of 32-31 each end. In the box for Cory, we've got a good friend of ours, Christy Collin. Christy is one of the all-time best open female compound shooters in the world. She's traveled extensively all over the world. How's it feel to be back here helping out?
It's exciting. I have a local friend that I'm supporting.
Excellent. I want to give Christy a shout out. She spent 3 hours with us the other morning helping to dial in this lighting. Let's all give Christy Collin a hand for giving us a hand.
So Rob was thanking female pro Christy Collin there. She spent about 3 hours the other morning while we set up this range helping us get the lighting right.
Nice.
You might think, well, you just put some lights up, you know, whatever. But what we were finding out is there was glare coming through lenses, glare in the eye, you know, shadows. We wanted to make sure it was as good as possible for the archers. So we brought Christy in to stand there and see what worked. And she was a big help there, so we appreciate that.
And the reason why you bring somebody like that is, and Christy's got a lifetime of experience, you know, on the international tour, on the national tour. She was touring pro for as long as I can remember. She actually worked for you guys for years, too.
She did. She worked for a couple years for Lancaster Archery. It was great having her there. She still helps us out. And
it's good to have people like that on hand that, you know, you can trust. And make sure we get this right for the archers.
Well, there's a comfort level. So she can sit there. Someone's not intimidated. She'll say, yeah, that light stinks.
That's a little tallish, I think. He might have the line to the 10 there. It's going to be close. That's wide. So that's 9-9 back to back. He's trying to shake that off. You could see him.
Ooh, also a 9.
Just out.
See the tremble in his hand
Yeah,
there
his
just a
hand's
little bit.
shaking
I think
pretty
he's
good.
just a tick nervous. And he had that kisser button. Did you see? It was just touching on the tip of his nose.
Right.
Yep. Excellent reference point there.
Okay,
It
let's
worked.
give these guys a hand.
Got the 11 there.
1 point split. It's going to be tough going into this last end now. Just 1 point, push them apart.
Right.
Can be very intimidating. You've got to have the attitude.
Lots of pressure.
Same distance, the same target.
A lot riding on the line.
How are you doing with that?
And so Wayne, you can see, is using those unique
Yes, you are.
fletchings
Nice
there.
shooting.
It's kind of,
Okay.
it looks like it's
The
2
three-quarter way
separate
of the match. We've
fletchings,
got a
Yeah.
one-point
each one,
lead
but it's
by
actually
Cory,
one. It's just got 2
93-92.
fins to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they
It's like a long 4-inch base, and it's just
Yeah.
molded that way with that gap in there. There's a good look at his arrow.
There's
Oh,
a
you can see that
replay
little
here.
swirl there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne just rocks over here, buddy.
Nah, that was the one he
Nothing
missed.
going on.
Yeah, he's got
Just
kind
like
of a,
another league night.
maybe that one, the follow-through was definitely odd on that one.
Mhm.
His hand kind of went out to the side.
Yeah, kind of dropped down to the side, yeah.
So last end.
So Cory will lead
Cory.
this off.
Yeah. It looks like he likes that top target. He's got 3 pretty good ones in there.
10, just out.
Just out.
Yeah, I think that's going to miss.
And it's
Yeah.
leaning the wrong way.
See that kisser button just touching his nose. That's that extra,
Oh,
extra.
look. See the blinking
Yeah.
lights? He's got a sweet spot.
He's got a
in
sweet
there.
spot, and you could
Yeah.
tell. He was right on the back end of it.
Dead center.
That little
So-
red light coming on to tell him when he's pulling too hard.
Well, so that blink that he was getting, that's his timer. He
Yeah.
was saying that whatever the time he set for his shot, he had reached it.
He was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either send it or let it down.
9, out left.
So the sweet spot is a device in there. There's a series of lights in his scope that tell him when he's at his optimum pressure.
Mm-hmm. That's that gray wire coming down into his scope there that you can see in the shot.
If he leaks pressure, the light will go out. If he goes hard, the green light turns to red.
Mm-hmm. Green means go.
Green means go. There's some competitions, USA Archery, World Archery, where that's not allowed. We allow it in the Classic, NFAA, ASA,
On the
they
right
all
will be a
allow
line call.
There's a 10 there.
it as well, yeah.
And 11 to finish.
Wow. 33,
Sweet spot's working for him.
and that'll move him forward.
There he is.
Excellent shooting, gentlemen.
Nice handshake between those two
Cory,
guys.
you take,
So that'll be
take
Wayne
fourth
Johnson
place,
moving forward against
$250.
Cory Carpenter.
Nice shooting.
That's a way to
That was
come
an
back
exciting
after a
match.
29.
Great
Mm-hmm.
show. Look forward to having you back next year. Will you be here?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. And he hails out of York, Pennsylvania, correct? Nearby York, Pennsylvania, just half an hour from here. Let's give it up for Cory. Nice shooting. Wayne, that last end was awfully good to you. Nice shooting.
Thank you. Just had to get the right headset and do what I know how to do.
Well, that worked, channeling a league night, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Next up, we've got Bob Reedinger.
Here's his
Bob
shot.
Reedinger.
Look at that. He still has that
Yeah.
flip out to the side, but it works for him.
But it didn't have that drop.
Yeah.
He looked a lot better there. Yeah. Doesn't look happy with that, even though it landed in the 11. But
I'd take it.
Bob will be shooting
Bob
on the left
Reedinger.
and will be leading shooting first.
he's our incoming athlete, Bob Reedinger. He qualified with a 642, made it through the elimination brackets with a 128 and a 125 and a 126 to get him into this position.
He chose to let Wayne stay on that far podium there.
Yeah, would you have moved him, you think?
I would. I'm looking for any advantage I could get.
Yeah. And so what we're talking about there is when you're an incoming athlete now, right? So Bob has the opportunity to choose which stage he wants to shoot from. And there are times when the incoming archer will make the other guy move from his position, you know, so that he's not comfortable anymore.
Yeah, with the thought being if that guy was getting comfortable, I want to take him off of that.
Get him out of his groove.
Yep. There's
Solid.
11.
Yep, that looked darn good.
He might not have needed any help. High 10.
A little
there.
tall 10.
Oh, that's dead center. Man, good shot.
Bob's been around for a long time. I've shot with him on a few different events. Pretty stout shooter.
Now, he got 11 there.
Yeah.
His
timing looked a little faster there.
The red light was on his sweet spot the whole time.
Or if he was just pulling hard into the wall.
I think he must have.
9
Ooh.
just out.
Knew that as soon as it left the bow, you could see the look on his face,
Yeah.
man. He was unhappy.
You know what? It might be just that I'm looking through the back. That could be a green, and I'm just seeing it through the cable.
No, I'm
10.
I was seeing a little bit of a red. He
Yeah,
might.
it was red, but that's what I think it might be the angle we're at. It could have been green from his angle.
Of course, he could just be running on red, just pull and go.
Just
Lancaster Archery Classic stage. How you feeling up there?
max it out.
Well, strangely enough, we're tied after the first 3 arrows here. Now, this particular shoot up again, it's 4 ends of 3 arrows,
Congratulations
30
for
seconds
getting here. Let's
per
go over
arrow.
your gear.
Top score of
Looks like
132.
you're shooting
Winner
a
moves
Brad
on, loser
Matthews
goes home.
TRX 38. True Ball Excel sight.
And so these guys wouldn't have gotten any breaks, so they shot their elimination matches this morning.
Dead center.
Oh, let's go to a
dead center
replay here.
bars.
There's that last
Yeah,
shot.
that was that shot that
Just
Bob
a little
was.
wide.
See that look on his face there?
Yeah.
Mm.
But as we were saying, these guys shot their eliminations all this morning, so they're shooting a lot of arrows today.
Well, shoot your qualification, shoot your elimination this morning, go take a nap, have some lunch, come back.
It would have been a short nap.
Bob chooses to remain shooting first.
Bob's obviously a shooter for Dead Center, which is the sponsor of our scoring. We thank Dead Center for that and for all that they do. Todd Reich, one of my favorite people in archery. The
Good guy,
head
great
man
company.
at Dead Center, absolutely.
Yep, he's done an amazing job with bringing that company forward.
11, Finland.
Nice shot, Bob.
Wow.
Center punch that.
That is
He looked comfortable
extra
doing
middle.
that. Yeah. When you put a 27 inside out on an X, you've made a good shot. You can see
I'm
the,
looking
you can
at
see
him.
the reflection in his glasses. It's
Well,
going back and forth.
I saw that. I watched that time, and he is pulling through the red, which means he's pulling harder than he should, according to the way he established his shot.
That's going to be just out for a 10.
So there, blink. Now he's in green, and he's back to red again. So he is pulling extra hard into the wall.
11.
Probably the nerve. Hey, but he's putting it in the middle. So
Whatever he's doing, it's serving him well.
Yep. Can't argue with the results.
10.
Ooh.
Wide right again.
You see him reach up and give a couple clicks to the sight there, too.
Yep.
A couple of confidence clicks, maybe. That looked good.
And
I'm going to say that's probably an 11.
it looks like
It's
it.
probably a 33.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So as Rob mentioned, he said channeling your lignite, and for these guys, that probably.
Feeling here, so.
Oh, let's go to Rob here.
How the
second
knees?
quick.
Better than last year.
Good. That's great. That's great. Again, really solid shooting. Let's give these guys a hand. We got 64-62 match with lead change and Wayne taking the lead.
So as I was saying, the league night, that's probably where these guys do their most of their archery, and you know, they're probably regulars at their local clubs or local shops. They're shooting leagues. Just a good time. League night. I always love that. 64-62 heading into the third end. Wayne Johnson with a 2-point lead.
And he needs this. This is last year's winner, by the way. Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
2018. So he's trying to go back-to-back. Wow, Bob's got
Again,
a good-looking top target.
Right in the middle.
Man, he's just pounding that top X. Wayne needs to just be a little more firm here. You know what? Did you see his hand didn't kick out?
Yeah. Just wide.
Hung the 10, but no kick out on his hand there.
10.
There's a good look at that sweet spot there. That digital device up at the top. His timing looked much, much better. You see how much smoother that was?
Just went a little low, but
I think he got the 11, though. It's going to be close. Probably a 10. Maybe.
Make
The judges are going to be busy. There's a great shot of that sweet spot up there. That little gray cord leads to that box. That's that. There's the
See,
lights.
now the heat is definitely pulling hard. That's why
He's
red
just
lights.
pulled right into
Yep.
it. Yeah. But he got the 11 on
He
it.
got the 11.
That's a 32 or a 33,
Unofficially, it looks like a 32-31.
but it's close.
Match, and Wayne will maintain a
Yeah, we could
1-point lead.
see
We've
a
got
change
some
here
plus
once the
line
judges
calls
call
down
these arrows.
there. You guys are working out,
There's a couple real tight ones
line
there.
calls down there.
That top one's, there's no doubt that's in.
All right.
Here's where the questions come in on Wayne.
Yeah.
Zebras, right?
How
She's
edgy?
looking.
How edgy are
There
those?
we go. That's a sharp-looking
Oh,
set.
boy, that looks just out.
Got a red
Even with a
paint scheme going
27,
on
it's
with
got
some-
that line on
red
the
dead
10
center
line
red
cut.
strings.
Usually that
Red
doesn't get you
strings.
in for an 11.
Whose strings are those?
George Wonder, Cedar Hill Archery down in Spring Grove. It's a local guy.
That was Wayne's target. So,
Where are you from, Bob?
Well, they scored it a 31.
An hour and 15 minutes.
Oh,
oh,
32 changed
they
it.
gave it to him.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, welcome to Lancaster Archery Classic.
That one's
Yep.
definitely an 11.
That one's definitely, yeah. That second one is
No question.
was just leaned the right way,
Yeah,
biting enough of the
hey.
line. There you go, man. If you can get it to tip up there or lean up there, you're
You
good.
bet. As we've said before, the judges, they don't want to take points away. If you shot it, they want to make sure that
Sure.
you get it. So
Yeah.
is there any evidence that says this is not an 11? That's more what they're
Right.
looking for.
Yeah. Can I ethically call it in?
Right.
Now, when we'll get a look here at
Wayne's fletching.
Wayne's fletching when we come back
Yeah.
up.
11, just caught.
So Bob's got the 11. He needs that. Yeah, there's a good look at his veins there.
So
I think they call those bideltas.
it's a single fletching. It's not two. That is one piece, but it has two fins instead of, you know, a regular parabolic shape of a feather. It actually has two fins on it. Just a different design.
Yeah, it's as if you took a 4-inch vein and just kind of cut that shape
Yeah.
into it. Yeah.
One way.
And the
then
idea
other.
being that it gives you the steering you need without being too much interference there.
Right.
And being offset slightly, you can see that that front set of veins, those smaller ones, they're in a slightly different rotation.
Yep.
So the theory there being there that the air turbulence or the steerage, we've got a flash back there on a camera.
11, nice shooting.
The air disturbance being more, having a better profile so that
Yeah.
you get more efficient steering of the arrow.
Indoors, you want that arrow to spin.
Mm-hmm. Spin like a football,
Yeah.
right? The more it spins, the better you're going to do.
Okay, let's see how things shape up.
Man, we could have a tie right here.
Things are very, very close.
It's going to be a close one. I don't think there's anything.
I like ties. You know.
Yeah, we'll go to a shoot-off.
It's
Now,
exciting for me.
if we go to the shoot-off here,
To see if we maintain a tie match. Is your heart rate climbing yet, Bob?
It's getting there.
All right.
Miro looks relaxed. One.
Okay, it looks like the official call is a 127-127 tie. So we've got a tie break. Let's give these guys a hand. Nice shooting.
So they're going to change those targets out now. We're going to go to a shoot-off. Now, the shoot-off format is they shoot one arrow each for score. And if they're still tied, they shoot one more arrow each for score. And if they're still tied, the third arrow is essentially closest to center. Score does matter, but an 11 beats a 10, so
Right.
closest to, so you could just call it closest to center. So it's one arrow, see if you're tied, one more arrow, see if you're tied. Then the third arrow will be a definitive winner. No matter what, this will not be more than a 3-arrow shoot-off. There's a great look at those veins.
So that's called bi-delta.
Yep.
It's the bi-delta vein there.
That's what I had thought. You can get those through Lancaster, and it's cool he's got them on the Lancaster wraps, too.
Yeah.
Bob sends one in
we
there,
go.
solid, great shot. So now Wayne,
So
for
he
him
has
to
to
move
match.
on, for it to have a chance at a repeat this year, he's got to hit an 11 here.
Gotta get it. Pressure arrow here.
11.
You got it.
Got it.
All right.
So now we go to one more arrow.
Single arrow shoot-off.
Oh, we got the judge
Mhm.
slowing him down. Rob called it, but technically the judge has to go
Judge
up and
has to
call
look at it, yeah. Make it official. You can see the arrow runners there bouncing back and forth. Bringing the arrows from the target back to the shooter.
Yeah, we required them to have 6 arrows this year to make sure that we could keep it moving. You didn't have
Yeah.
to wait for the same 3 arrows.
Right.
He's steady. That looks good.
Yep. I'm going to say that's an 11.
Man,
That's
he's
inside.
making them when he needs them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Wayne can do here. This is the target he's had trouble with. That's single.
11.
Not there, he does it.
So this will be the closest to center. That's fantastic.
Once again, the judge has to call it,
Yep.
but we can clearly see
Ball for Miss Sue Logan.
11-11. Oh, she's got the magnifier out.
Wow.
It is very, very close.
Ooh, yep. I think that's
I
inside.
think so. So she'll help.
That's a
She'll
tank.
hold out both her arms.
Let's give Sue
Yep.
Logan a hand.
Yep.
She says
Good job.
that's a tie.
This arrow would be closest to center.
So one arrow closest to center, 30 seconds to make the shot. Wayne up first.
Boy, it's an 11, but it's tall.
It's beatable.
Yeah.
Bob's got to tuck a good one in there.
Oh,
11 at the
I think
same
he did it.
position.
I'm going to say that's the
I
winner.
think he did it.
I think he's got it. I think he's dethroned the champ.
It looks like Wayne is conceding,
If
but
you cannot determine which are
technically
closest, we will
have to wait for the
shoot
judge.
another one.
Mm-hmm.
see our
She's got him.
cameraman's getting
Yep.
in there nice and tight. She's got the calipers out.
Yeah, and she'll measure. There's a crosshair there in the
Yeah.
center of the X. She'll measure from that crosshair to the center, or to the edge of the shaft, and then she'll compare it to this one here. And if this is
It's
larger,
going to take a caliper
that?
measurement.
I
It's
think, yeah,
very, very
she
close.
does.
yeah,
There it is.
Okay.
there it is.
Looks like Bob gets it.
Bob Reedinger.
Wow. That was close.
Fantastic.
Congrats on third, $450, Wayne. You're our past champion. You've had a heck of a ride here at the Classic. We hope to see you again next year.
Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Thank you for coming back. Let's give him a hand. Nice shooting. Bob, you get to keep your heart rate up. All right, let's see who you're facing. Okay,
There we
next
get to
we
see
have Danny Minnick.
Wayne's last
All
shot.
set.
Now here's Bob's. It was just a little more perfect.
Boom.
Yeah,
Whoa, young man.
that's a good angle there.
Danny Minnick was our top seed in
So now we've got Danny Minnick here. Danny Minnick was our high qualifier coming into the weekend after the first qualification round. Now that 660 round that we shoot on Friday.
He shot a ridiculous one, didn't he?
646.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he laid one down.
Danny had a 646
That's a great shot.
in his qualifying round,
He
which
pushed
would
through the
have
qualifications
gotten
with
him into
a
the
129.
pro eliminations.
Looks like another 129 and 128. Just absolutely solid scores going all the way through the elimination brackets.
So Bob came out a little wobbly, but then he found his groove and he was finishing strong. So
Yeah, I think he missed that one arrow.
that could be trouble for Danny.
Danny makes him lead off. And, you know, he didn't make a move either.
11.
Yep, right
I
back to
would've-
the 11s.
I would have definitely made him move. As good as he was shooting,
Yeah.
yeah, man, you're going to stand on a
Oh,
different stage.
look here. His arrow came off the rest.
Oh, and now that's
So
important because he's
that's
only got
easy.
30 seconds.
Oh, there it is again.
Oh, man, don't get timed out.
Down to 14.
Hopefully his coach is talking him through this. Somebody in the box.
Yeah, he's got to get it together. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
9. Just left.
Oh, see that? I know that's a result of having to rush.
Yep. But it's not as bad as it could be. He got a 9.
He
He's
got
only 2
got
points.
gold. So that's
10.
one of the problems with the fat shafts on the blade rest is they tend to fall off.
Mhm.
What I'd rather see him do is come to full draw and lift the arrow on
With
if
his
it
finger.
falls off with his finger
Yeah.
rather than fight it. But maybe that's not comfortable for him.
Good comeback.
10. All right.
Needs to give it a couple of
Just-
clicks, maybe.
Yeah, he just did.
Yep.
9.
Ah, and there's a 9.
See, he could tie this match up. If he hits an 11 right here, that whole first arrow
Doesn't matter.
calamity that happened is
It
evaporated.
means nothing.
And it just goes away. And he can get right back into his groove here.
He's got a very unique anchor. Looks like it takes him a while to get to
To
it.
dig in, yeah.
But obviously it works. Oh, that's a high.
Tall
Just
9.
out high.
Too many clicks.
All right, so
Shake off the nerves
2-point
here.
match. First end, that's not as bad as the damage could have been.
You shot a tremendous qualification round. Which
but-
model Hoyt is that? Podium? It's a Hoyt podium. Very pretty red, white, and blue design. Shooting a True Ball Excel sight. What scope is that? Shrewd Essential scope. A Pro Blade rest. Carrying Nikon Optics AE hot rods.
All right,
Easton-
so
Easton sticks.
30 to
27.
28, as we said. And as we
what,
were talking
release are you shooting?
about Danny, I see a lot of archers who
Shooting a stand
the
release.
arrow falls off the rest.
All right.
And then usually they,
Well,
they'll stay at full
congratulations
draw
for
and
getting
just
here to
reach
the
up with their
stage after
index
the
finger
opening
and
end.
lift it on
Looks
to,
like we've
here it
got a
is,
close
Yeah.
match,
right there.
30-28.
He lets it
So
back down.
going back to ground zero is difficult. So he
Bob
popped it
chooses
back
to
up,
shoot first.
and then, oh, he got it there. But
Yeah, but now at this point, he's in
Yeah.
a big hurry. He knows he's on the clock.
you can see him moving around there. And
Mm-hmm.
if he could come to full draw and just take his index finger and lift it onto the blade, then he can be at full draw.
Low.
Bob looked pretty steady there.
Yeah, he settled down there.
So let's see if Danny has that figured out.
I don't think we've seen the best of Danny yet.
No.
I mean, you don't get the high qualifier by having a start like that.
Mm-mm.
Nice ease into the button
Into
there.
the thumb there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's a
Just out.
back
Just
tension.
low.
He pulls through with his arm. He doesn't squeeze with his thumb.
Mm-hmm.
There's Bob. That's an
Another
11.
11 from
Just
Bob.
caught for an 11.
There he goes.
That caught for an 11. Nice shot.
So Danny right back in it now, starting to find his groove there with a 10 and an 11.
You got a 10.
I think Bob's got a 10 there.
Just low
So,
there.
you know, look, if Danny pops another 11 here, you know, I don't think it's all that bad.
Now he's keeping pace.
He's got to pick up a couple of
Yeah.
points here. He can't keep doing this. Wow, look at all the weight he's got on that rod.
He likes to lean back, I guess.
Makes that bow sit still, though.
Oh, that's a wide one. Ah, that one's gonna hurt.
That shot didn't look like it was that bad. It must have just drifted on him a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. There's
That's-
wiping his hand off. Might have got some sweat on there.
Yeah, that's 4
Masters Open
points.
Division. And how's your heart doing, Bob?
Slowly coming back in.
Okay. All right. Are you enjoying this?
Oh, I love it. Yep, this is great. First time ever doing this, and this is great. I mean, first time in a shoot up like this.
Right. Have you been to the Classic before, Bob?
I have. This is about my 5th Classic that I've been to.
5th Classic, but it's your first time up here on the final stage. Well, congratulations.
First time in senior class, so that's a good start.
Very good start. Very good start. Awesome shooting. Awesome shooting. All right. Danny, where are you from?
Amherst, Virginia.
Okay, where in Virginia is that?
Central Virginia, a little north of Lynchburg.
A little north of Lynchburg. Very good. Very good. All right. At the halfway point, it's 62-58. Bob will lead off.
So Bob will lead off and get us started here on the third end. Bob with a 4-point lead. Bob Reedinger. First year as a senior.
Masters.
Masters.
Let's not
Yeah,
push him
sorry.
over the hump there yet.
Masters. Masters.
50 plus
Yeah.
versus 60 plus.
Hey, I'm a master.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't feel like a master this weekend. I feel like
Yeah,
archery.
that's-
I feel like archery mastered me this weekend.
That's a bit of a unique term there.
Danny right back in that same lower hole. Well, there's there's an interesting thing there. Did you see Bob's stabilizer? Look how close it gets to his hip there.
I did see that. I noticed that.
When he's at full draw, when he leans back, it's
He's got a 15-inch rod, which is why it comes back so far.
super close to his
Yeah.
hip.
Danny, on the other hand, has 12-inch, but he has so many weights. It's basically
It's all the way
as
back,
close to
almost to
his
his
hip.
belt. Yeah. Pull, buddy. That
There you
looked
got
better.
it,
You could
yeah.
tell that was a better shot, just in the way his hand worked. Hey, see Bob's stabilizer there? How close it
Yeah.
is to his hip?
That is right there.
10, just out.
So I'm going to say that's 11, 10, 10.
So both these guys now are wiping their hands, so maybe they're feeling the pressure and their hands are getting a little sweaty. Like grip could be slipping around a little bit more than they want.
A little faster time.
that's
It's
a little
close to the
low.
11, but I think he's low.
11-10 line. We're going to let Sue Ludwig, the line judge, make that call.
Sue's going to be
Very, very close.
taking another hard look at some of those arrows. Those are super close.
Three-quarter point. If these results stay the same, 31-30. Very close.
See arrow. I think
Man, is
I
that
think
close.
that bottom one's got to be
Might
in.
have got it.
That's right. Like it.
That middle one's a little edgy.
Yeah, she's checking that one out. If the bottom one got it, boy, it sure looks like the middle one got it. There she goes looking. Wants to get every angle possible.
You got to be a contortionist to get in there and get a
telling
good look
ya.
at those things.
So, we'll see here on electronic scoring what she gave him.
They'll call that in and they'll post that right up on the board
Looks
here.
like those results have stayed the same, 31-30. Looks like the match is
Let's get a look here.
93-88.
Bob, replay
Reedinger
his
has
shot.
the lead.
Looking nice and comfortable.
Yep,
It's the fourth and final
good and
end.
steady.
Yep.
And Bob will lead
Went
off.
high, but
I think it
that
didn't.
could have been for a number of reasons.
Yeah, I don't think it landed as good as he shot it.
Yeah.
You know.
I would guess that's exactly where his pin was,
Hmm.
if I had to guess, because sure didn't look like he messed up the shot.
Bob's going to lead off here on this final end.
X11.
He didn't even have to look. He knew where that one went. Danny reaching around for that thumb.
It's an 11-10 line, but I'm going to say it's out. Just out low.
Front show arrow rest.
I wasn't.
AE.
That's another 11.
That's an 11.
I wasn't writing down the score, so I can't. Oh, there it is.
Here we go. So let's see. He took a while to get started on that. Look, he's at 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4 seconds left.
Man, he used that whole clock.
He did. Bob is, meanwhile, he's like up and shot.
He
I
was
don't think
ready.
it didn't even advance 3 seconds.
So he was there with a 33.
Danny taking his time.
Yeah, man, he's
Takes him
halfway
a
through
while
the
to
clock.
Get in. Look at this. He doesn't even get anchored till about 12. 6, 5.
10, just out, go left.
Just a
Give
tick
these guys a
low.
hand.
So
33,
that's-
31.
That's going to give the win to Bob.
Bob Reedinger.
Danny, this is your first time on the Lancaster Archery Classic stage. How is it up there? How nerve-wracking is it standing up here in front of this crowd and the lights?
It's a little nerve-wracking.
Not like home, is it?
Not at all.
Will you come back and visit us again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be
All right. This can be addicting getting up here. You want it. You want to do it again. Okay. You take home $750 and second place. Congratulations. You had a heck of a run here at the Lancaster Archery Classic. Let's give Danny a hand.
Congratulations
man,
to Bob
cruised.
Reedinger.
It wasn't that easy.
Just fell in place. That's just all it was. They broke where they were supposed to break, and everything felt really good. I mean, even being nervous, the shots felt really good.
Well, you had a lot of shots that you made it look easy. You have a bright future here on the stage. $1,250, $1,250. Bob Reedinger, let's give him a hand. Likens, Pennsylvania.
And a big congratulations there to Bob Reedinger for winning the 2019 Masters Open here at the Lancaster Classic.